right, my young friend, welcome back. It's great to have you. And we're going on with what? There was a woman who came in here right off the web, probably did a search on cure cancer, and we had nothing. I had no experience. I had 2 cancer cures under my belt. At that point, I knew nothing about curing cancer, basically, virtually nothing. And, of course, she didn't either. And we got to be buddies. I was talking to her on the phone all the time. I lost touch with her years ago, but she came in the end of '96. Jane. I'll use a name for her. I haven't permission to talk about her, really. See, now you stand up for this. Now this has changed now. Now, when you do this, you are a public figure, okay? Anything you write to me, if you leave me a message on my answering machine, I might very well put that on the internet. I record my phone calls. If you call me up and you're talking to me and you start excitedly sharing about curing something and you don't want anybody to know, you may be crushed to find out that that call was recorded, and it's been it's all over the web. Because what we do is we are eradicating disease from the planet, and we don't have any time for your bullshit. Okay? We are not going to put up with it. So if you're doing this and you don't want anybody to know about it, you better never talk to us, because anything you say can end up on the 6 o'clock news. No kidding. No kidding. Okay, or I will quote you and use your first and last name and whatever, and all your friends will find out you have herpes. So do not call me. Don't get started with this. Don't talk to me. If you do call me and speak to me, you are agreeing to this. You have been put on notice by this movie. We have a legal document in the Cure Drive group and so on. So just understand this now. Okay. Now we know. Now we're friends. Okay? You're in the movement. You've joined the cult. You are part of the group, okay? You're going to march when we march. You're coming out with us. See, that's what we do now. We stand up. Back when Jane came in, we didn't do that. I didn't know. What did I know? I thought people would cure things and they would become crusaders. I didn't realize that people don't know to do that. People don't know to help other people. Because also people don't succeed. To get back to the success formula, which is what this is about, people do not succeed. They cure things, they learn it and so on, but then they've got the flu. It happens all the time. I mean, my friend Bill came over, to a dinner party. Bill cured hepatitis B in 1996. And he's still my buddy because he's alive now because he cured hepatitis B. But in walks Bill, a year or so later, and Phoebe comes running over to me and she says, tell Bill to go home, he's got the flu. And I said, Phoebe, you can cure the flu. What's your problem? She says, I don't want to catch it. I can't take time off work. I said, Phoebe, you're not going to get the flu. You can cure it. Phoebe cures things. Phoebe's been one of our best donors. See how I'm quoting all these people? That's what I do. I'm invading their privacy, Except, of course, they're all fine with it. They want me to tell you their stories. So I went I was making a sashimi dinner for everybody. And I went in and I said to Bill, I'm going to cut this fish. And when I turn around, your flu is going to be gone. I don't want to see. He was red as a beet. His face was beet red. And I said, you're going to be normal because you are annoying and because you are supposed to know to cure this and you don't. And I filleted a mackerel and put, the vinegar on it and turned around, and Bill was normal. He was fine. He cured the flu. But he wasn't succeeding because I had to tell him to do that. Nobody is supposed to tell you to do this stuff, okay? So now, this is what it is. You're going to be doing this for the rest of your life, and you love the calm, clear place. And, of course, the calm, clear place may be an acquired taste for some people. You know, they want to be excited, you know. And finding out everything that's wrong with you may be an acquired taste. But anyway, so back to Jane, who was a wonderful friend in her time. And she wasn't curing the cancer. She loved the calm, clear place. She wouldn't tolerate not being calm and clear. You know, she was just going to stay calm and clear all day. And that's what she was doing, you know. And her cancer wasn't getting worse, but it wasn't getting better. You know, her medical numbers, you know, on the test, you know, they kept retesting her. And she was discussing her treatment options and, you know, like, let's get this straight, okay? Jane was not saying to her doctor, I'm refusing medical treatment. She was not doing that, you know. She was saying, I'm going to do the medical treatment, but first, I just want to see if I can cure it. And the doctor said, okay, we can put off the medical treatment for a few weeks, and we'll monitor you, and, you know, if it gets bad, you know, then we'll do the mastectomy, which is, she didn't want the mastectomy. So, and she knew she was going to be doing it for the rest of her life. I mean, that was clear. When I used to talk to her all the time on the phone, you know. We did not have a college. You see, now, what you've got here, you know, people sometimes say to me, why don't you make a set of CDs? You know, you can make a 10 CD set, you know, that would sort of put everything on the CDs, you know. And what you have here would fill 1,000 CDs. You have 600 hours of audios, including the cure shows, at least, you know. And you have, like, if the lessons were audio, you'd have 2,000 CDs. But you know what? You can find anything you need in 45 seconds. Like if you're running out in the morning, no kidding, 45 seconds. It looks just like this. Watch. You go to the hub of the college, right? And you go, okay, down the hub, test, click. You click on what you test on. It's just, this is what you learned in lesson 1. And then you go down there, click on that. It's guidance. God is telling you what to do for yourself. So you test, click, test, click, test, click, test, click, and you go in 6 or 7 levels, and you are at the exact thing you need. And then you go off and work on it. Turn your computer off. Go to the park, like I am. This is a wildlife area where I make most of my talks. You are sitting where my little dog who died a few weeks ago used to sit. Daisy made a lot of these talks with you. And she would come over to me when I was not with the program, you know, and she'd look worried. And then when I was happy, she would just sit there and enjoy herself. She was my coach. And hopefully she got her job done, so I'm doing a good job with this one. Little Daisy. She wants you to succeed. So, Jane was not curing the cancer, bottom line. You know, she was the walking success formula, but she wasn't curing the cancer. And now I got to make part C of this movie because I'm over 9 minutes again. So I'll see you in part C.